Parental perception of the nutritional status of children with autism. Definition: Parents have very positive perception in the nutrition of children with autism, as they take importance in getting a specialist for their children and that they can be fed in the healthy way. Because of various reasons, children with autism spectrum disorder might not have the nutrition they need for healthy growth and development.
So autism is what we call an autism spectrum disorder. Really, it's from like California to New York. I mean, it's such a wide range of different things. A lot of children have no language. Doesn't mean they don't understand, and I think that's so crucial for everybody that's watching this. I believe our children understand everything. Like my son who's 16, he is at about a first grade academic level. That's maybe what he's expressing, but that does not mean that's what he's understanding. A lot of our kiddos have overlapping different diagnoses in there. What we're seeing is a lot of autoimmune issues, at least in the groups that we've been helping. We know in the autism community that a lot of these kiddos have something called yeast overgrowth. And we know that sugar feeds yeast. And so to have something that felt and tasted like sugar, but wasn't sugar, it was a win-win all across the board because you didn't have to use a lot of it. It didn't feed yeast. It tasted like the things that our kids liked. To me, it was like a perfect bet. We see so many kids that are so addicted in a sense to gluten and dairy. And it wouldn't matter if you were talking to a child in London or you were talking to a child in Kansas. It seems as though the same foods they're going after. So we've noticed that when they remove those two kind of triggers, children suddenly are talking more, they're having better eye contact, their behaviors are getting better. So for us, education about what we put in our bodies has a direct effect on how we act, feel, and behave is crucial as the first thing that we can help with parents.
Application in nutrition. Nutrition is important because some children with autism will only eat certain foods because of how the foods feel in their mouths. Other teens, they may avoid eating foods because they associate them with stomach pain or discomfort. Some children are put on limited diets in hopes of reducing autism symptoms.
Anxiety and meltdowns with their autistic son.
He goes in the pool every day. He loves to ride his bike and swim. He's not super into sports or anything.
Now they're looking into what foods may help.
Tell me what you think about this one. A lot of kids on the spectrum do have restrictive diets. They have certain preferred foods.
Sean loves drive-through.
I do like the fast food. I like the chicken fingers, French fries, Cokes, and my favorite, chocolate milkshakes.
Sometimes these restrictive diets can limit their nutrition, which is a problem. Some individuals have tried diets that are gluten-free or that have special supplements in them.
When some patients with digestive issues start eating healthier foods, changes emerge.
There's not a lot of actual data to support that. In those families that have restricted diets, sometimes they do see changes.
What can you do diet-wise for autistic and spectrum kids? Fortify their nutrition with fruits and vegetables. Stick to whole, unprocessed food. And whenever you can, try new foods.
Guess what? For Thanksgiving, I tried pumpkin pie.
The proof may be in the pudding or the pie. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
You guys can stay right where you're.
Pros and cons. Pros: good nutrition and good parents. Care can improve a child's behavior and have healthy growth and development. Cons: difficulty digesting gluten-free foods or casein. Parents don't have money to take the children to a specialist may frustrate children with limited food preference.
Once you get the diagnosis of autism, first things a parent can do without even having to get involved with a doctor is to remove all foods that contain gluten and all foods that contain anything that comes from a cow's udder, any dairy products, whether it be butter. They have to read the labels to make sure there's no casein or whey in the products. It seems that about in my clinic, 80% of children are sensitized to those two products, gluten and dairy. And by the removal of it, you can alleviate diarrhea, constipation, gas, bowel pain, nighttime awakenings. It's amazing. So I'd recommend to every parent, once they get the diagnosis, to remove gluten and dairy. And that means no cheating. They can't have just a little. It means 100% like a light switch. Remove it all, and you've got an 80% chance of improving your child's autism right there. Takes a couple weeks, but it's worth the wait.
Issue applied in Ecuador. In Ecuador, there is no regulatory tool to guide and facilitate early detection, diagnosis, treatment, and monitoring of children and adolescents with autism. Currently in Ecuador, children and adolescents who have this pathology are partially cared for with an educational approach, but without a diagnostic and therapeutic specificity. In conclusion, it is important for parents to work with a nutritional, such as detection for a person with autism, specifically in the one that try a limited diet. This professional can help ensure that the child continues to receive all the nutrients she needs to become a healthy adult even while he is on the special diet. Thank you very much.